Good morning and welcome everyone to my Nook glowlight for, I guess, long-term review slash recommendation video for anyone who's considering switching from their Kindle to a different company's e-reader device, most likely because of the most recent update where it pretty much bans you from downloading any of your books from your Kindle to your computer and onto a different device in a different format. So if you're switching because of that and you're interested in the Nook, hopefully this video helps a lot. Just a quick note that this first portion of the video is filmed a little bit out of order. I am filming this in the morning of March 1st, and the next portion was filmed last night, February 28th. And the reason I did that is because I wanted a accurate battery progress throughout my reading habits from Friday, today, and tomorrow, and just to show you guys maybe a typical average reader's experience with the Nook and how the battery life holds up. But yeah, my next portion will go more into details in terms of the actual hardware and software that I've come to love or come to somewhat dislike. I don't really hate anything about the Nook. I think it's a very solid competition e-reader device to the Kindle. I have no experience with Kobo, so I can't speak to anything about Kobo. So just a quick update. Last night I went to bed around like 9:30 or 10. I passed out reading on my Nook, and before I started reading it was at 51%. When I woke up this morning it was at 49%. So yeah, not terrible, but also it could be better just to be on the same level as the Kindle, because we all know if you're coming from Kindles have pretty amazing batteries, unless I believe the entire Kindle Oasis lineup was just terrible at batteries. But so hopefully the next segment answers some questions that you have, and I'll definitely show you some size differences between the Kindle and the Nook. So I put this tape here just to have some texture when I read at night. The room is dark. I have the warm light on. I do tend to just accidentally press these bottom buttons, and I actually haven't researched if I can in the settings switch these, but these bottom two buttons are page forward, or I'm sorry, page back, and the top two are page forward. And I tend to accidentally, because when I hold it, my thumb rests perfectly on the page back, so I have to, when I read, holding it up like this isn't entirely comfortable, just because it's a little bit off of my palm. And I just have stickers on the back. I don't have a pop socket. I imagine if I had a pop socket, this whole complaint would be moot. So I put these little pieces of tape here just to add some texture when I'm at night. When I'm reading at night, I have this feeling that's different than this glossy plastic feeling. Another thing that I don't really like is these are very minor things, and I guess this is pretty much identical complaint if you have a Kindle without unlimited ads, or without, is it called unlimited ads? Without ads, I'll just say without ads. So you gotta press the home button or the power button to turn on, and then you gotta slide to unlock. In the Kindle, it's the same thing, you turn on your device and the ad pops up and you gotta swipe the ad to get to your home screen or your book. I guess it's the same thing, but I wish Barnes & Noble would kind of add some sort of setting or an update to get rid of that option. Another thing, this isn't a complaint at all, it's just something I haven't even gotten used to yet after using this for about 3 months or so, is that to get to the home screen, there's two options. The obvious one is the button right here, which is super convenient and quick, but I'm still not used to it being there and it having a purpose. I just keep thinking that it's just the logo, the Nook logo. So I never use that to get to the home screen. So I have to tap the very top right here of the screen. And then gotta press this arrow here. And then it goes back to my home screen. Again, this isn't even a complaint. It's just me trying to create habits using this new device that I've been using for 3 months. Another complaint, I'm sure a lot of people, if you do choose to switch to Nook, will notice the lag compared to the quickness of Kindles. As you could see, just switching to the home screen and then going to my library, it is quite a bit of a lag. I don't have my Kindle Basic to show you a comparison, but I do have my Kindle right here, and this is my new Kindle Paperwhite from 2024. Is it 2024? Yeah, I think it is. I'm gonna show you guys without. Oops. And you could see how quick it is. I'm sure everyone who has a Kindle over the years, I mean, even on my Kindle Basic, the lag was what was more prominent compared to this, but the Kindle Basic lag compared to this, obvious difference with this being on the slower side. But yeah, you could see how quick that is. And then jumping back in. But again, this is not really a fair comparison, but it is a good visualization of how it was on the Kindle Basic, my time using it. Whereas here, and then it loads. So not a big, not the biggest deal breaker. Again, these are very, very small complaints. And I think if you're trying to wean yourself out of putting yourself into these big corporations, yeah, I think, you could easily move past all these small complaints I have. Of course, everyone's different. Some people just probably don't care about anything that I've complained about so far. I think my last complaint is probably just, oopsie, there, okay, I tapped it too far off the middle. So my last complaint is the battery. Battery's not that great compared to Kindle devices. Not the worst. If you're going on a trip for like a week or 2 weeks, this will definitely, and you already have your book downloaded, this will get you through it. But being in this Kindle bubble where my Kindles last a few months before they get below 10%, this one kind of lasts maybe, I would say 1.5 months, depending on usage. I notice when I use it more, it drains faster. On idle, it still drains, but not as fast as, or not, it drains a lot faster when it's in idle than it should, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I don't know what's happening internally where it does drain. I always have, once I download books, I disconnect the Wi-Fi, so there's no Wi-Fi whatsoever. And the only thing I pretty much use heavily for is warm light. I don't know if warm light is having an impact on the battery or not. But again, it still has a good battery for an e-reader. It's just, you know, a lot of people, I'm assuming, are going to be coming from Kindle, and you will notice that difference, that dip in battery life compared to your previous Kindle. But yeah, I mean, overall, I've been super happy with this device. I'm gonna spend some time reading a lot this weekend and show you guys my usage and battery level. So officially, it is Friday, 6:18 p.m. and I'm at 53%. There is a Nook Glowlight 4 Plus, which I believe is very similar size in this Kindle Paperwhite. So let me just keep it here for a couple more seconds so you guys could have a reference of size. And if you have a Kindle Basic, just know, once again, that the Nook 4 is very, very similar in size. But yeah. I'm going on my 13th minute, and you could see it already went down 1% by just turning it on 2 times and flipping through. Okay, so it's about 8:16 now, and the Nook went down another percentage point. So just, I mean, in the 2 hours I haven't read since I recorded my last little snippet. I just did some cleaning, chores, etc. And yeah, so the Nook being in idle for the last 2 hours, it went down 1%. So you can kind of get a feel of how the battery in this device fares on a daily basis. Again, it's not connected to Wi-Fi. I have it at the same brightness and warm light settings. Nothing has changed. It went down 1% for some reason. I don't know. Sorry for all the shaking in this video. But yeah, I'm gonna read for these next 2 hours before I go to bed, and I just want to show you guys in terms of the button usage. They could also be used to go up and down in chapters. I don't have any annotations or bookmarks or lookups, but I imagine it's the same thing, but you just use these 2 buttons. More down is down and up is up. Oop. But yeah, I'm gonna do some reading, and when I refilm in the morning, I will update to see where the battery percentage has fallen to. Okay, so back in the present, March 1st, and I found my Kindle Basic. I forgot that I factory reset it. My sister was supposed to take it with her when she moved to Seattle, but I think she forgot, so I have to text her to see if she still wants it. But unfortunately, I can't show you the lag between switching from a book to the home screen or turning it on to the home screen on the Kindle. So unfortunately, I can't show you that comparison, but as you can see, you could see the comparison in the size. So if you're switching from a Kindle Basic, it's pretty much identical in just that it's more uniform on the Nook. I'll just keep it here for a quick second so you could see a little bit more. And I'm pretty sure, I think it might be 1 or 2 millimeters off of the screen size here. But the biggest difference is, yeah, just the bezels on these things. Both of them weigh pretty similarly, very comfortable in the hand. The major difference is also just the buttons here on both sides. The power button on the Nook is at the top, whereas on the Kindle it's on the bottom. And after using Kindles for quite a few years, I will say the power button on the top is so much more convenient and less prone to accidentally press up here, whereas on the bottom, yeah, it's a little bit easier to accidentally press it or accidentally hold it down if you have it standing up on your desk, and it brings up the reset power off options and you hold down the power button for quite some time. This is side by side in terms of width. Again, pretty very, almost identical in terms of width. In terms of height, it looks like the Kindle is just very slightly larger or taller than the Nook, whereas the Nook is wider because of that uniform bezel in the square shape versus Kindle's more rectangular shape. Yeah, here it is once again, side by side without the case. Yeah, let me know in the comments if the Nook is something that you're interested in, if you're coming off of a Kindle or more specifically a Kindle Basic. Hopefully I answered all the questions at least I had when I was switching, and yeah, we'll make your if you're considering switching to a Nook, hopefully I answered all those questions, any question that you have. Yeah, okay. Back to reading, and yeah, I'll do follow up later tonight after what a day's worth of reading is, which will be on and off for a few hours total throughout today. And then tomorrow we'll probably read more just because it's a Sunday and I don't care for doing much outside the house on Sundays. But till then, okay, so it's almost 8 a.m. in the Bay Area, Sunday, and I'm currently taking shelter under a bunch of trees because, of course, right when I take my dogs to the park, it starts to rain. But anyway, once again, just want everyone to know that this video's purpose is to just show anyone who is interested in switching to the Nook what or how it holds up on an average light to moderate reading lifestyle on the weekend. So some bad news. Yesterday I read between, I would say, like a total 2 to 3 hours throughout the day. I got a good chunk read within the book I'm currently reading, and woke up this morning and it is at 36%. Again, it's not the best battery in an e-reader device. However, if you're kind of like a homebody like me, or just go to work Monday through Friday and stay home on the weekend to read, I would say this is a very, manageable device for this kind of lifestyle. If you're a big traveler or someone who lives in a big city and kind of just goes around the city a lot and you read on the subway or the trams or the buses, whatever, I may think about getting a Nook Glowlight 4 Plus, which is the larger version, size similar to the Kindle Paperwhite. It has a better battery life. But yeah, overall, if you have just like a chill lifestyle like I do, I think this Nook Glowlight 4 is a pretty solid deal for the price you could probably get it as. I got mine on eBay for maybe around $100 after taxes. I'm sure now you could probably get yours for like $70 to $80. Mine was in excellent condition. But yeah, these things aren't, like iPhones. You get them pretty cheap and they work well. They're a device that works well. So if that's what you're looking for, I definitely recommend it. If you're looking for something super small with warm light, 100% recommend it. It's an awesome little device. I'm gonna try to run home. Yeah, I'm gonna try to run home right now. And yeah, I'll do a last update later tonight after what I've read, and yeah, that will be the last battery update, just to give you guys a fuller feel to how this device holds up. Okay, so Monday update. It is March 3rd at 3:01 p.m. and my Nook is at 30%. Yesterday I did the same as Saturday, where I read maybe like a total 2 to 3 hours throughout the day. But yeah, on Friday we started off with 53%, I believe, 53, 56. And now it's Monday. I didn't do any reading today. So I'm only counting up until Sunday, last night when I stopped reading. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it went down around 20-23%. Went moderate, low to moderate reading. So take that as you will, whether that's good for you or not so great. Once again, before I end this video, the purpose of this video is just to show you guys how a Nook would hold up in, I don't know, an average reader's life. So I just want to very quickly, before I log off, I did change the buttons. The top is back and the bottom is forward. So the more you know. I never looked into the settings, but I'm glad I did, and I fixed a complaint I had. Okay, so I'll end it here. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if I didn't answer any of your questions or any questions you might have.